Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good? What it is? What's the business? What's the business? No, what's the business for real? Like it's the morning chats. How y'all doing this morning? Hopefully everybody has had a great morning so far, and hopefully we can make your morning just a little bit better with the morning chat. It's that guy Jay Hen, and I am here to make your day just a little bit better with a morning chat. That's gonna be somewhat of a dope situation for you. I think you'll like this one a little bit, just a little bit. If you don't like it, hey, you ain't gotta watch. You ain't gotta even tune in that long. But again, it's the morning chat. It's that guy Jay Hen, and I'm glad to be with you on this morning. It's been a couple of weird things that's been going on, but guess what? We back. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be tough. It'd be tough sometimes. It'd be tough. It'd be tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. But again, we back. So let's dive into the morning chat this morning. Make sure that you are up and abreast about what we're getting ready to do with the morning chat. I need you all to do what you do best. And like it and share it and comment and all that fun stuff that you like to do. We are live again, Facebook Live, as well as Instagram and YouTube. So make sure that you are following the pages. Make sure you set your notifications to know that we are going live in the morning. So yeah, let's get into the morning chat. There's one thing that I don't do very long, and that's I don't dawdle along when it comes down to the timepiece, because your time is as important as my time, and my time is as important as your time, and we just together collectively just don't like to waste time. That's just what we don't want to do. So again, we are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope. We own your phone, my phone, these phones, their phones. We here. So it's the morning chat. It's that guy Jay Hen, and what I'm going to do is do what I do best and be the master of the timepiece this morning. So you already know how I'm gonna do it. You already know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this. 1 minute to go ahead, like it, share it, and do what you do best, and making sure you get somebody in the room. Again, it is your prerogative. If you want to invite somebody, that's your thing. If you want to invite them, invite them. If you don't want to invite them, you don't have to. But you already know I'm going to do what I do regardless. And whether you watch it now live or whether you watch it later, it's going to be something real, real good for you. So again, we got about 30 seconds left. Go ahead and try to get a few people in, tag them in, let them know that we are talking about something fun this morning. It's something I think we are going to kind of knock out the ballpark real quick, and I'm going to be out your hair. I promise you I'm not going to hold you long. Kind of starting to sound like one of them churches, huh? One of them pastors that be like, hey, we're not going to hold you all day. Yeah, that means he got 4 more closes before we can get out of here. So good morning, everybody. I'm looking at the comment from Mario to T. Mary. Good morning. Miss Crystal Sky. Good morning. If you come in, you already know the rules of engagement. Let's go ahead and speak. Keep it moving. And we're going to jump into this. Do what we do best. Let's go ahead. There we go. Let's set the mood and get this thing right this morning. Let me clear some stuff up. There we go. So let's dive into the morning chat this morning. I just want to have this dialogue with you this morning about how this is. What you say, Karen? I want to make sure I have this thing with you this morning, because you do know the second hashtag tells you what the chat is going to be about today. And if you haven't read the hashtag, then I have what you need right about here. Chat topic this morning is about respecting yourself. Oh, shucks. That boy about to start pulling some stuff out the head. Respect yourself. Now, we've been taught you have to respect others. Their space, their property, their person. But what happened to the fact that we need to respect ourselves? Let's kind of dialogue about it. Because one of the things that I found out in this particular life is that in this respect piece is that a lot of people would demand respect, but they don't really care if they respect you or not. And the thing is, when you are looking at this respect piece, it all stems from how you view yourself, and that's just truth. I don't know how you feel about it, but I only can release the level of respect toward others that I have for myself. So it's certain things that I just won't do, and that's me. I don't know how you live your life. I don't know how you fulfill yourself, but it's certain things that I'm not going to do toward other people, because truth be told, I have a level of respect for myself that will not allow me to step outside the boundaries of what other people want to do, right? And there's some people that can do some real mean, cruel type stuff. Again, the newest language of the world was shadiness and pettiness. And it's just certain things I can be petty when I want to be. I can be shady just like everybody else. But it's a certain level of respect that I have for myself and a certain level of respect that I have and carry along with my name that I don't indulge in some of the stuff that I really, really want to do. And I believe, honestly, if we were to analyze our own selves when it comes down to that particular piece, is that you really don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person that's ruining the party. You don't want to be that person that's being petty all the time. You don't want to be that person and wondering why people are looking at you funny. It's because you have created a culture of being that person that is constantly disrespecting other people because you really don't respect yourself. And most times the only reason that it can be really evident of why you're not being respected or you're respecting yourself, I'm gonna tell you why it's happening. Because most people, your esteem level is like on zero. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, your esteem level is on zero. So the thing is, in order for you to make yourself feel better, you disrespect other people. And because you do not respect yourself, I'm gonna just be honest with you, you're not going to respect other people. Oh, wow. That kind of hurt a little bit, didn't it? But I'll say it again just in case you didn't catch it the first time. Because you do not respect yourself, it's impossible for you to respect other people. And now I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why and how you should learn to respect yourself. Because again, once your respect for yourself goes up, then you can put yourself in the other's shoes when you are getting ready to be quite disrespectful. And we do know it doesn't take much for us to really be disrespectful. Now, I will say this on the outskirts before we dive into these 4 reasons, that a lot of people have become real soft, and everybody's like real tenderhearted and real tenderfooted about life now. And so everything can be offensive to everybody, and that's just not something that you have to really engraft yourself so deep into, because you'll find yourself walking on eggshells when there's solid concrete under your feet. And that's just not, I'm not telling you to do that. That's not what I'm saying for this particular chat. But what I am saying is that you still have to have a level of respect for yourself in order to pass on that level of respect. It's kind of like the love piece. If I don't love me, how can I love somebody else? Because if I don't properly know exactly what I would feel love is, then I can't display love to anybody else. But it's respect yourself. Let's talk about it for a little bit. First thing that I got to tell you, understand your worth. How do you begin to respect yourself? That's number 1, understanding your worth. Now, you know we've talked about this, and I'm a heavy advocate about knowing your worth. And that's the thing, what you will allow, what you won't allow, knowing exactly what you want in this life. And I'm going to move forward in this in a minute. But again, if you don't understand your worth, how can you ever expect or respect yourself when you don't understand how valuable you really are? And a lot of people, you may be combative when it comes down to these pieces, but truth of the matter, you got to learn your worth in order for you to respect yourself. Now, this is the truth. A lot of us don't respect ourselves from decisions that we've made in the past. But I do want you to understand that even though you may have made some bad decisions, you're not the sum total of your decision making. You're the sum total of you overcoming the decisions that you've made. So you got to be real mindful. You have to be real mindful on how you look at yourself. And if you're understanding your worth, once you learn to understand your worth, then you can understand what that level of respect that you're going to display toward yourself, what it begins to look like, how it's shaped, how it's formed. So again, in order for you to begin the process of respecting yourself, number 1, you have to understand your worth. Number 2, you know what you don't want. Like, a lot of people will combat this particular part of the message with this one saying, I don't really know what I want to do in my life. I don't really know what I want to do with this. I don't really know but this is what I found out. What you say, B? This is what I found out, right? If you don't know what you want, I tell you what you do know. You know what you don't want. Now, what you don't want to find out, you don't You know you don't want people to disrespect you. You know you don't want people to devalue who you are. You know you don't want people to look down their nose at you. You know you don't want people to trash your name. So in that particular case, because you know what you don't want, in retrospect, you actually are giving yourself your wants by knowing what you don't want. If that makes sense to anybody, I hope it makes sense, because it made sense when I said it in my head. I'm just trying to figure out. But again, if you don't know exactly what you want, what you say, Dr. Fisher, if you don't know what you want specifically for your life, I could guarantee you know a whole lot of stuff that you don't want. And if you don't want any of those negative things to come about you, it starts with that respect of yourself. Because again, if you know that you don't want people to tear your name to pieces, then that means you probably shouldn't be around tearing other people's name to pieces. If you know that you want to have a peaceful life, you shouldn't be the loudest one in the room every time you walk in the room. And I'm not saying loud as in being celebratory, but loud as in being boisterous or messy or full of trash or doing the absolute most for absolutely no reason. So again, you may not know exactly what you want, but when it comes down to respecting yourself, you know exactly what you don't want. So if you know what you don't want, you should not really put off on other people what you know you don't want. Because truth of the matter is, my brother says I say it a whole lot, you don't want me to go fix you a great plate of food out the trash can. Oh, that was disgusting, right? Would you how much would you value me or look at me if I bring you the grandest platter that you've ever eaten in your life and it was all out of the trash can? Like, how would you feel about that? I know I don't want to eat anything out the trash can. I'm just being truthful. I know that, but if I know I don't want that, the problem that I have is that people often give others what they don't want. Like, you can't give people trash and then expect people to respect you on the back end when you're giving them trash. If I'm hungry, listen, this is the part. If I'm hungry, like even the Bible talks about that. If a man says he's hungry, why would I give him a stone? If I'm hungry, I would like somebody to give me something that would fulfill that hunger. If I'm thirsty, I would like to have my thirst quenched. So the idea is, if I'm thirsty, why would I give you a cup of sand? You know what you don't want. Respect yourself starts what you don't want in order to get what you know you want or deserve. All right, so we good. Let's move forward. Listen, never be afraid to reinforce your boundaries. Now, this one is going to hold a little weight because a lot of people have problems with this because you don't like to really speak up for yourself, step up for yourself. And this is where a lot of problems with your relationships, friendships, situationships, this is where all of this comes to a head, right? When it comes down to setting boundaries, when you're respecting yourself, you have to first understand, again, you know your worth, you know what you don't want, so you know how to set your boundaries. When your boundaries are set and you have people that don't mind crossing those boundaries, you have to be real strong-footed in making sure you reinforce the boundaries that you set. Don't be afraid of that. If you're going to lose them as a friend, they were never your friend in the first place. If they cannot respect your boundaries, they were not good for your life anyway. And you can't be afraid to reinforce the boundaries that you have set for your life, because those boundaries are what's going to keep you in a place of peace. And as long as you're in a place of peace, that means that your life is going the way that you desire for it to go. And anybody that comes into your life that is able to disrupt your peace, oh man, if you let people, listen, people can only do to you what you allow them to do. John Scott, what you say, Doc? Listen, people will only, if you let people destroy your peace, they will tear your peace to shreds. You know how people interfere in relationships and in marriages is because you let somebody in. Most people don't break into your relationships and start doing real crazy stuff. No, you let them right in the door. You walk them in the door. How did you walk them in the door? Because when you and your significant other were going through issues, you told them all about it. I say this a lot, and I've been saying it a lot more recently. My friends, the people that I so-called friends that hurt me only because they knew my intimate details. I've never had an enemy that crossed me or hurt me as much as a friend, because my enemies don't know how to get to me and my friends do. You got to be mindful. I'm telling you, you really got to be mindful to reinforce the boundaries in all kinds of situationships. Again, if it's the relationships, the friendships, the associates, you got to make sure that associates stay in their place. What you say, Mikey? Like, really, you have to make sure that all of these boundaries in your life are set in order to control and maintain your peace. Jay Renee, what's up? And that's the thing. A lot of us are like really like this understanding of how to set these boundaries, and not only set them but maintain them. Everybody should not be privy to everything in your life. That's just fact. I don't care how much you quote unquote call me friend, bro, sis, whatever the case. It's certain details that I can't give people about my life, because again, mad day comes for everybody. And you say what you want to. If you had any real friends, there's some moments in that friendship where y'all were rocky. And the only good thing about a good friend is that they're not going to release the information they know about you when situations get rocky. And that's the only good thing that you can kind of bet on. But in that case, if you make them mad enough, even the best friend can turn into your worst enemy. And that's just what it comes down to. Never be afraid to reinforce your boundaries. Your boundaries are what keeps your thought process together. That's what keeps the peace moving in your life. Your boundaries are the only thing that will hold everything around you together and keep everything in the order that you desire to set it in. Never be afraid to reinforce the boundaries. Lastly, but not enjoy life from your perspective. Now, how does this tie into respecting yourself? One of the things that a lot of people don't do is just enjoy life from their perspective. We don't look at life from our perspective. We analyze our life or compare our lives to other people, and we consider ourselves miserable because our life doesn't mimic what seems to be enjoyable life on somebody else's behalf. Ooh-wee. Good gracious. I had to throw that one out there. Let me backtrack and say that one again. A lot of us don't enjoy our lives from our perspective, but we're looking at somebody else's life and we're trying to do a comparative detail, and all of a sudden we make ourselves miserable trying to compare ourselves to lives that we don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. This is one of the things about social media that messed a lot of people up, is because you can post a picture and put a comment and put a caption, and it looks like you're living your best life, and the person that looks like they're prospering and they got the new house and the new car, those are the same people that are literally fighting for their life on a daily basis. Those are the same people that are going home into a place of complete chaos and complete hell, and you'll never know it. They just know how to put on a real good front. And I got news for you. 85 to 90% of the people that you see that got a lot of these smiles on their faces and they're always constantly throwing these good images out there, 90% of those people are fronting. I'm sorry, I had to tell y'all a secret today. A lot of these people are really on the front street. They really trying to put out something that they don't want you to see behind the scenes. Because truth of the matter is, that means absolutely nothing to me. Nothing, what I see in front of me at that point means nothing to me. It's the behind the scenes that you really need to check out. Because again, every smile does not mean that life is great. Every situation doesn't, like, and I don't get it. Like, we never are content with what we have going on in our life, and we can't be grateful for the good things that are going on in our life, because this is the issue. You could have finances that are making sure your bills are covered for the month, and you have a little spending cash, but you're jealous of the person that have the millions that are miserable. They have to watch their back. They got to watch everybody that comes around them, because they feel that everybody else is taking advantage of them. Everybody wants a piece of what they have. And so you, with the amount that you have, completely bills paid up, and you got your little spending money on the backside, you mad at the people that have more than that, and they're really jealous of you. You never realize that? A lot of people are jealous of you, and the reason they jealous of you is because they don't have what you have. That's that peace of mind. But it all comes again with respecting yourself. I respect me to the point that I don't care what everybody else has going on in their life. I celebrate it more than I care about what's going on. I will celebrate your greatness, celebrate the good things that are happening in your life, because I know if they're happening in your life, I'm not that far off from where I need to be. And that's just the truth of the matter. But when is that culture going to change? It only comes from respecting yourself, because if I respect me, again, I can't hate on you when I respect me, because I respect me enough not to put my name in a bad position in order to please other people. And you got to be mindful of all of these things that are happening simultaneously while you're trying to live life from somebody else's perspective. Enjoy what you have going on in life. Like, if you have absolutely nothing else good going on, y'all watch this. Let me show you how good your life is. The typical person will look at everybody else, and they're looking at people prospering and looking at their pockets and looking at what they're driving and what they're living in, and they're jealous of those simple situations. Now, a lot of those same people that got all these prosperous things going on, a lot of them not talking to their own parents, a lot of them not talking to their own siblings, a lot of them are having marital issues or having financial troubles, and that you don't know because you didn't realize while you were looking at their life and their perspective, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul just to keep up with the Joneses that don't know that they last name is Johnson. Oh, wow. Enjoy life from your perspective. Your life is not as bad as you would think that it is. You just have to learn to take a moment to enjoy the ride. I'm sorry, every day is not going to be a 100% sunshiny day, but if it never rains, the flowers will never grow. If you planting seeds and you never get any water, it's just seeds in the ground, dry dirt. It takes rain to cause things to grow. So you can't have a great day all the time, but it's all about how you look at it. All about how you look at it. So the morning chat for this morning is all about respect. It's all about this respect. That respect yourself. Respect yourself. What can I say about respecting yourself again? Let's roll back through just for a quick recap. Understanding your worth is the first level in understanding how you should respect yourself. Once you know how much you are worth to you, you can understand how much your work is valued to the world, because again, you are uniquely created to put your 2 cents in the world to add more value to this place that we call Earth. Number 2, you know what you don't want. So if you know what you don't want, it's not that hard to find exactly what you want. Like, you have to make sure that you're not going to feel like you don't want anybody to get you a glass of water out the toilet. You don't want anybody to get you food out of a trash can. So in that particular case, because you know what you don't want, you should know what you don't want to give to other people. You should know how to treat people better by knowing what you don't want. And if you don't want people to drag your name, talk about you, and treat you bad, then it might be a good way to, golden rule time, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, right? Again, you know what you don't want. So that's the case. Never be afraid to reinforce your boundaries. And this is the one I want to hark on, and I have to say this one with impact and passion again, is do not be afraid of losing people in your life because you want to keep peace in yours. If you're not here to keep my peace, then you can go ahead, curve around, move on. All right, I'll see you on. And I think that Erica Badu said the best. I see you next lifetime if that's the case. Don't be afraid to reinforce your boundaries. Do not be afraid to do it. Because if you are afraid to reinforce your boundaries, you're going to find yourself living a life that's 100% chaos. Willie, what you say, Sarah? How you doing? Sharon, what you say? Last but not least, enjoy your life from your perspective. If you have already overcome 100% of the worst days of your life, I know this to be true because you are still here. You're still existing no matter how much grief, how much anguish, how many problems, how many trials, how many tribulations. You have overcome 100% of your worst days. And as long as you have life, you're overcoming the worst days that you're having now. If you're having a bad day, I got news for you. There's a couple of more hours in the day. Things can change and get better. That's just what it comes down to. Enjoy life from your perspective. Don't worry about what other people have going on. Don't worry about how they looking. It doesn't. A lot of it's a front. Enjoy life in your own lane. Like everybody's dream is not to go on a major vacation. Some people just like sitting on the porch with a glass of lemonade. That's just what it comes down to. It's the morning chat, y'all. So y'all already know it's my favorite time. This is my favorite time. So if you are in the comments today and you want to encourage somebody, make sure you drop some encouragement in the comments. We're going to run a 5-minute timer real quick, and then I'm going to be out your hair just like I promised that I would. And the encouragement that you give somebody may be the best thing that they've heard today, this week, this month, or even this year. The encouragement that you give them today may be something to stop them from committing suicide and give them the energy to keep on going a little bit longer. So we're going to start the 5-minute timer. And if you have any encouragement that you want to put in the comments for somebody else to read, because that message may be exactly what they need to ignite the fire back under them to continue to flourish in their life. It's all about respect, y'all. Candace, good morning. What you say? So let's start this time. Let's run this 5-minute timer out, and I'm going to be out your hair for today. I'm just saying what I'm saying when I'm saying what I'm saying. So let's roll with some comments. Let's do it. Here we go. I knew Rev. I see he snuck through the back. Rev snuck through the back, though. That's what I'm talking about, Doc. What you say, Reverend? Let's put this down here. Stop putting boundaries on God, but giving... wait, hold on. I got some stuff. I got stuff all in the way. There we go. Stop putting boundaries on God, but giving Negroes who mean you no good full access. Be encouraged. You better tell them, Rev, don't you start. Don't you do it. I dare it. Come on, Candace. Tell them again. Let them know what they have inside. You have the power to command your day. Come on with it. This is what I want. Yeah, this is what I want to do today. I'm liking this already. I like the direction this is going. Come on, you got about 4 minutes left. Drop some encouragement into the comments. Let somebody know that you have their best interests at heart by simply encouraging them. You don't have to do much. Don't have to say much. Sometimes it can just say, hey, good morning, we love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. See how I did that? What'd you say, good Dr. Scott? Glad to see you. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Ms. Linda, what you say? Thank you for tuning in. Y'all, it's what it is. This is the most, I'm telling you, the encouragement that you leave for somebody is so impactful. So impactful. So impactful. I'll say it again, and just because I don't have to know you, I don't have to know your middle name, but I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Bro, what you say, Israel? What you say, great doctor? Everybody is not your assignment. When you understand that everybody is not going to receive you again. That's why I don't wait for anybody to come on. I'm not to do no long drawn out dissertation waiting on people to come in, because my voice is not assigned to everybody. But for those who want to be encouraged by, you're going to tune in and my voice is going to reach who it was meant to reach. What you say, Dr. Fisher? Listen, when, not if, but when God is for you, then what does it matter who's against you? It just doesn't matter. What does it matter? Come on, Fisher. Love it. I love it. I'll tell you, this is my favorite part. I get giddy. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all don't like me cutting up on it, then you can go to somebody else live, and I'll be all right with that too. You know how I feel about it. Sean Ray, what you say? It's been a minute. Like, once you learn yourself and truly love who you are, your flaws and everything, then you become truly free from others' perspectives, the thoughts, comments, and it becomes easier to smile through life, the good and the bad. And she put a promise on that one. That's what I'm talking about, Sean Ray. Did you hear that? And when you learn to truly love yourself and everything that goes on with you, then you don't even worry about what other people think. You better talking. You better talk. Now watch this. Come on, Reverend. I know you was going to drop another one in there. Stop running on empty but fulfilling everybody else. I never ever saw somebody jump off a car that battery was dead. You better talk your talk while you talking, Great Reverend. You better talk your talk while you talking, Great Reverend. That's what it comes down. What you say, T. Mary? I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. That's simply Bible. That like God. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna respect God so much that I have to respect others because God created them too. Come on, T. That's what I'm talking about. What you say, Miss Linda? God loves us. Be strong in the Lord. Just trust Him. Them the best 3 words I'm probably gonna hear all day. That's just trust Him. I love it. Y'all doing me. It's doing me good. What you say, Miss Victorious? Good morning. You say you are no one's dumping ground. Don't let them taint you or your character. There you go. You are no one's landfill. Don't let them pour that trash into you and then walk off. No. Hey, do me a favor. Hey, you. No, you right there. You right there. You take your trash with you. This ain't the place to dump it. There you go. Oh, shit. I gotta be all general. Come on, there it is. Come on, Rev, do it again. Lastly, beware of people who are jealous of the doors God opens for you. They're nothing more than a shadow of their former glory and desire to bring you with them. Come on, man. People don't mind taking you back into the darkness because they that's where they dwell. Don't worry. I'm telling you, don't be mindful. I'm glad you said that. Wait a minute. Let's roll this one again. All right, hold on. I got to do it. I knew something was going to make me stop the timer today. Let's roll this one back again. I got to run this one again. Come on. Rev, you done did something. Beware of people who are jealous of the doors God opens for you. Let me tell you something. This is a bonus one for the morning chat. Be mindful of those people that are constantly making little catty jokes about your situations. Because those people that are constantly making jokes about your situations and your past and what you've already overcome are people that are honestly jealous of where you are because they thought that you were going to lose. And you proved them wrong because you knew who you were and you trusted in a God that was able to bring you out of your past into your greater glory. Like be mindful of those people that's always cracking little catty jokes. You got to be mindful of them people because those people there, they something else. You got to watch those type of people. I had to stop the timer on that one because Rev did something to me with that one, bro. Like you on to something serious because there's a lot of people that see where you are, see where you're going, and will literally try to clown you out of your destiny. Just only thing that they want to do, they don't really want what you have. They want it. Yeah, they do. But in the same token, all they want to do is make sure that you don't get what you deserve. Be mindful of those people. I got 8 seconds left on the timer. Who's going to take the last 8 seconds? Who's going to take the last 8 seconds? I think my T got it. What you say? If you respect yourself, you will respect others. That's simply the word for the day. If you respect you, then you don't have a problem respecting other people. That's just what it comes down to. That's what it comes. Rev, thank you so much for that. Sean Ray, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the morning. I appreciate this. That you got to learn to protect your anointing from her. That's what it comes. There you go. Come on, Rev. I had to throw that one more time, y'all. I'm sorry. Beware of people who are jealous of the doors God opens for you. They're nothing more than a shadow of their former glory and desire to bring you with them. Oh, man. Boy, I tell y'all what. Y'all do me all the good in the world to come through this thing. The morning chat this thing be serious, right? It be real serious. Real serious every morning with the morning chat. So, again, I want to take a moment to thank y'all for tuning in. It's time to get up out of here. It's time to get up out. You know what? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I did this one. There we go. I like the old school vibe on this one. It's the morning chat, y'all. It's the guy Jay Hen. I am excited again to be with you on this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in and really engaging in the conversation this morning. Thank y'all so much for encouraging those in the comments. Continue to do great things. Continue to do it. Continue to do great things. Continue to encourage one another, love on one another. Again, the encouragement that you give somebody could take care of them and make sure it's going to be the best thing that they heard today, this week, this month, or this year. Stop them from committing suicide and give them the unction to go on a little bit further. I can't leave here without letting my boy Swade come through this thing. A snake will slither around you all day till it see you reach your full potential. Then it's you that it preys on. Beware. Be careful of the snakes that you have around you. You can see a snake when you learn to respect yourself because you know what you don't want. You don't want to get bit. Don't be around here trying to bite others. It's the morning chat, y'all. Again, make sure you do your due diligence. to follow me on these wonderful social media sites, of course, with the Facebook Live, where you guys are currently tuned into. Instagram, you already know. Follow me over there. You never know what stuff pop up on Instagram over there. Like, again, go to the YouTube page. I got a couple of It's Talk. The It's Just Talk web show is getting ready to drop a series of events, so y'all be tuned on that particular piece. Even on Periscope, this is the last month Periscope is going to be on. So for those of you who have been supporting on Periscope, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for doing so. We're going to just come on over to the side. You can either go to Instagram, go to YouTube, go to Facebook. We still going to be here for you, you know. That's just what it is. It's the morning chat. It's that guy Jay Hen. Again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And you know what I'm gonna say to get out of here. How I'm gonna get out of here today? Oh, I'm gonna get out of here like I normally get out of here. I'll see you on the next chat. Y'all be easy and have a great day.